Okay, we're going to do a nice little experiment. And it's an experiment on how addicted are you to stress. We talk about stress all the time and we say it's a bad thing, it's a bad thing, it's a bad thing. But what happens if you flip it onto its head and say you are actually addicted to the bad thing that you're trying to get rid of? And if you don't think about it in that way, it's always going to be harder, because all we're saying is an addiction, not polarizing it, saying it's good or bad, is it's a compulsion that you need to do. And there's a visceral response or a mental attraction to it that forces you to go through that route. That's all we're saying. We're not saying it's good or bad. Now, this compulsion that you're addicted to is stimuli, the need for an energetic hit of some sort. So you're looking for it for whatever reason it is. And I found 4 categories that I've coined within my ecosystem that you're addicted to stress. And again, I'm not saying this is good or bad. So number 1, I call the busybody. This person can't stop doing things. And a classic sign is when things slow down and calm down, they instantly go and try to do something, clean the house, do something that's going to keep their body in motion. A lot of the times, even right before bed or laying down trying to quiet, they're scrolling their phone, looking for that stimuli hit. It's an external validation. It's an external feelings. And what I see in my business owners is they have to try to put out fires. They're always looking for something. They're doing something to solve something. They're saying, I'm so busy, I'm so busy, but it's busy work, right? Because they're trying to do certain things rather than taking the time to quiet down. They're being a busybody. So they're always looking for that external hit. And that external hit of stimuli is based off of the fact that they can't feel that sense of calm. They once they start to lower down, things start to percolate up, so they can't deal with that, so they go do something. That's the need to distract in that way of the true problem that's actually happening within. So if you do a couple actions in that realm, you are the busybody. And again, this is not bad or like wrong and shaming you. This is just a place that a box that we're going to hold you in for a second, because you're going to get out of it. There is a way out of it once you realize what you're doing and why you're doing it. Person number 2, I call, very easy, the overthinker. The overthinker has classic signs of worry. And they can't turn off their brain. And a classic symptom is they have trouble falling asleep or staying asleep, because they wake up and bing, their mind turns on. And this one I see, it goes a lot deeper than just the busybody, and it's really easy. I see a lot of belief systems. I see a lot of thought process around, I'm not good enough. So when they calm down, they have trouble really allowing themselves to be calm. So they overthink. They're looking for problems. They're looking for different things to worry about. That's going to get them to no longer, the I'm not good enough aspect. They see a problem in the future and they're giving it power now. And their worry gives them the thought process, the strength of saying, I need to build a skill set that they don't have, which is powerful all on its own, but they allow the fact that they don't have that skill set to disable them. So they worry about now they're not ready for it, rather than just starting to prepare for it like everyone else. As you start to see you're not good at something, you practice it, you play with it, you get more involved in it, and it gets better. But the overthinker doesn't take action on that. The overthinker sees a problem, worries a problem, perpetuates the problem over and over again by overthinking about what they have to do to get it. That is the overthinker. So we have the busybody, can't stop moving, always doing something, classic sign of scrolling, based off of, I need the stimuli, I can't be in my body. To number 2, the overthinker. They worry about things all the time. They're going through things. What was the example I used? They can't sleep at night because they're worried about a skill that they don't have, based off of a belief system of, I am not good enough. Number 3, I call the jumper. The jumper has anxiety written all over them, where the overthinker overthinks. The jumper has it inside their body, and it almost feels like a skin crawling sensation where you have to do something very similar to the busybody, but it's more nervous with it. It's more spiky, and there's more of an urgency. Like, I need to do something right now. Go, 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 go. And that is the jumper, because you always have to feel like you're doing something. And it's really anxiety perpetuated, where you're giving future issues, where the overthinker worries about things. Not only does the jumper worry about things, they become very anxious and paralyzed by them, but yet they have extreme action to do something, and they need to do it. It's a compulsive nature to keep on going. And it shows up in a physical way of feeling, a physical way of being, where you're actually really wanting to do more. And an very easy ailment aspect of it is restless leg. And if you've ever had restless leg, it's like a bone chilling feeling that runs through your body, and your legs just want to just crawl, and it's hard. Now, that's meshing the mind and the body is the jumper. When they both work together, where the busybody is just body running, the overthinker is just mind but doesn't have the body. When they're both in line, I call the jumper, where they're actually just running and running and running and running on both ends. On the future aspect, really, really highly agitated, worried, with the body highly sensitive, stimulated, and its skin crawling, where it's forcing you to do things. Which then brings us to number 4. Something I see way more common than any of them all is the problem solver. The problem solver is addicted to stress because they actually are looking for problems to solve, actively looking for problems to solve. And it stems from a deeper need to be of service. And now that's the tricky part. We use this stimuli, looking for problems, looking for this, and it has a little bit of all three of them all meshed in one, right? And you try to look for more and more things to solve because you want to make life easier for your spouse, for your employees, for the people around you, for your loved ones. So you look for problems to solve rather than just being present. That is the key component. Now, the easiest example I can give you of the problem solver in everyday life is look at the masculine energy dealing with the feminine energy. Now, we're not talking male and female. We're talking about the way the masculine front line, straight line has to be right or wrong, black or white. Give me the facts type of thinking meshed with the curvy. And it comes up in husband and wife all the time. Well, now it doesn't have to be husband into wife type of thing. Wife could hold these qualities as well. And the quality is listening to your spouse speak and looking for the problem to solve for them. The problem solver. So automatically you see your spouse feeling some type of way and you want to make them feel better. When they might be on the feminine side, this is the feminine side, the masculine needs to learn from the feminine. Once you balance them both, that's when magical stuff happens. But once you understand your spouse might not want you to fix the problem, but listen to it, then you start to find a solution. Just because now you're not trying to fix the problem, you're giving them the love and support they need. And that is the problem. So with the problem solver, they have all the aspects of the busybody, all the aspects of the overthinker, all the aspect of the jumper meshed in with, I need to solve a problem. But majority of the time, now this is the fun part, majority of the time, the problem that they're trying to fix is not the root problem. It's a surface issue. Just like trying to solve a problem for your wife when all she really needs to do is feel connected to you. That is the power that you have to start looking for. Now, the key component is, it's not, do you have one of them? It's how much of one do you have? The hardest one that I had to deal with is, and I still think I still deal with it, is the problem solver. Like, I'm always looking for something to make someone happy, so to be of service. That is my thing. Which one is yours? How addicted to stress are you? Because that's what this world is all about. How well are you balancing that? And there's multiple ways to learn how to deal with stress. And there's techniques up the wazoo. But unless you agree with where you are and see where you are, you'll never ever be able to get better for the long term. So learn how to slow down to speed up. Learn how to quiet your mind, calm your body. Learn to sit with sensations that necessarily not always pleasant, but learn to sit with them so you can understand them and get rid of them. That is how you overcome your addiction to stress. Otherwise, you're going to divert different stimuli and manage a bunch of different stimuli, which is like juggling balls. There's only so many balls that you're going to be able to juggle in the air before one falls. So manage your stress so you can eliminate it. And then no longer will you be addicted to stress. See you soon. Bye.